Or Slocky, we had an interruption, but nonetheless, people are going to be trying to doomsday prep and stock up and buy themselves out of the day of the Lord, man. They're going to try to buy themselves up out of it, man. Where they may be paying, whether the elites may be paying these other heathen nations to not fire their missiles upon Babylon, because the scriptures say that make bright the arrows, shoot at her, spare none, for she must bear the indignation of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. I believe that's Jeremiah the 50th or 51st chapter. Okay, but nonetheless, it's also in Second Ezra the 16th chapter where it talks about shoot at her, spare no arrows. Okay, and then burn her, make her desolate. Okay, Revelation 17th chapter talks about how the beast shall hate the horde. And the beast is the UN. That's the military might, NATO, all that. Okay, that's why they put up that beast sculpture that represents the beast from Revelation 13 chapter, because that's who they are. The 7 heads and the 10 horns goes into the 7 European kingdoms and queendoms out there. Spain, Germania, Major, Minor, etc. And the 10 horns goes into the European Union. Man, that's the economical part of it, and the military part of it is the 7 heads. Okay, which is spearheaded by who? The scarlet colored woman, which is Babylon the Great, and scarlet represents sin, man, pursuant to Isaiah. All right, but nonetheless, Zephaniah 1 and 14, the great day of Yahweh Shemashah is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man, shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. That will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh Shem Yahshai's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, which is going into the nuclear missiles and the plagues that are going to come upon this place. Who shall make a speedy riddance of all of them that dwell in the land? Proverbs 11 and 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness deliver from death. You see? So you're not going to be able to buy a way out of this orchestrated family. You're not going to be able to buy a way out of getting persecuted by the sword, being beheaded, because you don't want to take the mark if you're a 2/3, okay? You're not going to be able to buy a way out of being hit by a thermonuclear ICBM missile, man. You're not, man. It's going to happen because it's biblical prophecy, and we're literally entering the beginning of it, okay? Just like Dawud 7 said, the beginning of it. Okay, it's like Ezra 16:17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginnings of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent to scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, they shall think themselves to be in good case. That's exactly how it is, because the hyperinflation really hasn't hit in yet. You can still go out and get some food. Okay, it's not really that much more expensive than it was. Only a little bit of inflation. People are thinking it's normal. People are thinking it's normal inflation until they wake up and the dollar is crashing at an alarming rate, and a freaking gallon of milk is $80, $50. Something ridiculous, okay? People think themselves to be in good case because stuff is still rather cheap, man. Victuals are still rather cheap, man. That they should, okay, continuing on in verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Okay, and the victuals are so good cheap upon earth, but what? Then that hyperinflation is starting to kick in. Zechariah 1 and 10. No, it's Zephaniah 1:11. 1:10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. How ye inhabitants to the Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down. All they that bear silver are cut off, man, is here. Okay, they're already talking about giving out more stimulus checks and more stimulus packages beginning January 2021. Okay, which is just going to lead to the U.S. being in more debt, going to lead to the value of the dollar going up more because not enough people are working to generate that dollar back into the economy. Okay, which is going to lead to what? Ultimately, the crash of the economy and the crash of the dollar. Okay, which is why they simulated the World Bank crashing and simulated those war games and the World Bank crashing, because they know it's going to happen. They just wanted to know how to react and how to deal with it, because it's planned, it is orchestrated, okay, so that they can do what? Bring in the charagma, okay, the Marcus of the Marcus Aurelius of the animal, okay, which is the RFID microchip or the Neuralink, okay, and don't be deceived by it, okay, because scriptures in Revelations 13 and 14 say what, man? And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by those means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. What are those miracles, man? Modern day technology, modern medicine, modern science, man, all these amazing things that they can do. You put the Neuralink in your head, you were paralyzed from the neck down. Now you can walk. Now you can do backflips and all type of stuff, man. Okay. You put the Neuralink in, you can drive your car without even being in the driver's seat. You can be in the freaking back seat driving your car with your mind. Some crazy outlandish stuff, man. But don't be deceived by those miracles, man. Okay, because it's evil. It's not natural. Okay. Same thing with the metaverse. All right, they're just conditioning you and preparing you for putting stuff on or in your body. Okay, same thing with this inoculation. Okay, it's the precursor to the mark, man. All right. So all these things seem to correlate. You see, they're doing this it's called order ab chaos, order out of chaos. Okay, they're gonna crash the economy, crash the dollar. They're gonna create this orchestrated famine, so all hell could break loose. They could bring in the National Guard, divide the great city into 10 sections, pursuant to Revelations, the 11th chapter, and they're gonna bring in the 10 FEMA regions. Okay, because they're already pushing the narrative that Jim Crow Joe can't run the country and he's demented, he's crazy. Okay, and in the event that our country is being raided or we're going into war, okay, and we have a president like him, they got to transfer all power to FEMA, okay? Don't be forgetting about the FEMA caskets that we saw and the Walmarts being cleared out and cleaned up and the mysterious chambers and underground tunnels, okay? And then they setting you up for the okie dokie because they have the National Guard come in, okay, and take all these different jobs and all these different spots, man. They having them take jobs of school drivers. Okay, they having them take jobs of nurses, teachers, all these common jobs, so they can just have them here in the States. So when this time comes, all right, fulfilling the prophecy, they can fulfill the prophecy of 2nd Ezra 16 and 69. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear her out of want. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear her out of want. Yahweh Shem Shai. For they shall cast and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. And then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O ye, my beloved, saith Yahweh Shem Shai, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Right, man, that's going into how we going to get them spiritual powers, or Yahweh Shem Shai is going to perform a miracle for us, okay, pursuant to Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh Shem Shai from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai shall lift up a standard against him, okay, Rawak. All right. Wind by resemblance of breath, i.e. sensible or even violent exhalation, figuratively life, anger. Okay, wind, breath, might, spirit, breath, wind of heaven. Okay, wind of heaven. Okay, brothers might be flying. All right, lift up a standard. Okay, primitive nawas. Okay, Hebrew word nawas, Strong's H5117. A primitive root to flee, i.e. vanish away, subside, escape. Consequently, chase, impel, deliver, okay, to flee, escape, to take flight, depart, disappear, okay, to fly to the attack on horseback, okay, meaning you're going to take flight in an attack stance, in an attack-like sense, okay. You got to believe that. You can't put Yahweh Shem Shai in a box, okay. The Lord could do anything for you in these times that we're coming into, man, because we're coming into a time that has never been seen before on the earth, man. The time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, this is Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay, and I know I go into this a lot, and I know I covered a lot, but I can't stress this enough, because you got to be ready for these times, man. Get this knowledge and this wisdom and this truth while you can, man, because in that day, you going to need it. Okay, Isaiah 33 and 6. Okay, you're going to need You're going to need it, okay? And knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability at times and the strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh Shai is his treasure, okay? Pray for more fear. Pray for more faith. Pray, fast. Do what you got to do to hold on to this, Hold on to this steadfastly. Okay, hold on steadfast till thy kingdom come, okay? Just roughly paraphrasing, all right? But nonetheless, you got to keep this faith. You got to keep the spirit, man. Keep enduring. Keep doing what you got to do, man. Don't give up, man. Okay? Discipline, all right? Be patient. To have patience is to suffer, man. Suffer for Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Okay? Okay, the servant is not greater than the master. Everything that Yahweh Shai went through and had to endure, that was written in the scriptures, and things that we don't know about that was written in the scriptures, okay, we have to as well. We have to go through it as well, okay? But what? He also said that he that believeth on him shall do even greater works that he did, man. And what else did he say, man? I'm going to end it here, end it with a faith booster, Matthew 6:25. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what you shall eat, or what you shall drink, nor yet for your body, what you shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? Right, take no thought for those things, man, because Yahweh Shai got you. If you truly believe and you got that faith, he going to look out for you, okay? He going to be there for you. All right, look at Daniel's in the lion's den, okay? 7 hungry lions. All them hungry lions haven't ate in days, man, and they throw Daniel in there. They didn't touch him, didn't kill him. Had an angel transport him some food, man. The 3 holy children that refused to bow down to the idol, Yahweh Shai came and delivered them and kept them safe in those flames of fire, man. They didn't even smell like smoke or the fire burning, and not one piece of cloth or even hair was singed on them, man. Okay, verse 26, behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, and your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? All right. Skip it down to verse 28. And why ye take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow, they toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if the Most High so clothe the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye little of faith? Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, what shall we drink, or what shall we be clothed? For all these things the Gentiles seek, okay, the heathens, okay, for your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things, all right? So don't be thinking about what you're going to need and Jacob's trouble, what you're going to have. Don't be stressing about that, man. Just pray to the Lord. Focus on surviving, keeping the faith, and Yahweh Shai will give you those things, man, okay? Because Yahweh Shai told us what in Jeremiah 15:11. Oh, Salaki. Yahweh Shai said, verily it shall be well with thy remnant. Verily I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in the time of evil and in the time of affliction. And don't think we just going to skate past this. Don't think that it's just going to be easy just because we have Yahweh Shai on our side, man. Keep the fear of him and keep the faith, man. Because it says that the righteous shall scarcely make it, man. First Peter 4:18, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing as unto a faithful Creator. So with that, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. I was all over the place this lesson. Yeah, I pray that it was edifying. Until next time I say, Shalom.